Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, the 24th of February, and we are glad to present you our weekly analytical review of the foreign exchange market. Last week, the Euro/USD pair continued to move as part of a global downtrend, and having reached a Fibonacci extension level at 161.8%, it consolidates around 1.0840. This week, the main resistance will be the local range at 1.0910. corresponding to Fibonacci extension level at 100%. The main support will be located at 1.0780, which is the lowest since 2016. Fundamental events of the week include the US GDP data for Q4 2019. In general, there is a high probability of an upward movement to the level of 1.0910, after which further growth is possible to Fibonacci extension level at 61.8%. located at 1.0980. However, if the strengthening of the US dollar continues, the global decline in the pair may continue. Last week, the GBP/USD pair continued to move within the local side channel with the borders of 1.32 and 1.2850, and failing to cross the support line, reversed and indicated growth. This week, the main resistance will be the local level at 1.2970. The main support is located at 1.2850, near which the channel support line is located. Fundamental events of the week include new home sales data from the US and the US GDP data for Q4 2019. In general, there is a high probability of continued growth and reaching the level of 1.3130, after which one should expect price consolidation at the achieved levels. However, in case of a positive reaction of the market to macroeconomic reporting, a downward movement and overcoming the channel support line at 1.2850 are possible. Last week, the USD/JPY pair showed growth and reached the resistance line of the global triangle pattern, but could not overcome it and is currently trading at 111.50. This week, the main resistance will be the global high at the level of 112.20. The main support is located at the level of 110.60, near which the resistance line of the local rising channel is located. Fundamental events of the week include industrial production and retail sales statistics from Japan, as well as the US GDP data for Q4 2019. In general, there is a high probability of corrective decline and reaching the level of 110.60, after which one should expect price consolidation at the achieved levels. However, in case of a negative reaction of the market to data from Japan, an alternative scenario is possible, with overcoming the global resistance line at 112.20. Last week, the AUD/USD pair continued to move as part of a global downtrend and reached the FIBO level of 61.8%. This week, the main resistance will be the local level at 0.6660. The main support is at 0.6570, which is the lowest since 2008. Fundamental events of the week include new home sales data from the US and the US GDP data for Q4 2019. In general, there is a high probability of a continuation of the downtrend and overcoming the level of 0.6570. However, in case of a negative reaction of the market to data from the USA, an upward correction to the level of 0.6660 is possible. Last week, the quotes of gold overcame the global high at 1590, as well as the FIBO level of 61.8%, after which they continued to grow. This week, the main resistance will be the intermediate level at 1730, located at FIBO level of 100%. The main support will be located at the crossed level of 1650. Fundamental events of the week include the US GDP data for Q4 2019. In general, there is a high probability of continued growth and the achievement of local resistance at around 1730. However, in case of continued growth in demand for the American dollar, a downward correction to the level of 1590 is possible. That's all for today, and good luck with your trading.